numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're sixes.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Allen. He's got the connection over the... After 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing now is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Again, they'll throw with Allen. This is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And the Jets set to take the field. But Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. At CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And this is why more and more teams are getting their wide receivers involved in the running game. When you've got playmakers on the perimeter, you've got to get creative and find ways to get the ball in their hands. And here, this is a great job. You get that initial contact and turn it into a big play.
And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Fields. He completes it to Julio Jones. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's a give to Dobbins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Fields on third down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On fourth down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
So out now come the Jets. And following the turnover, they'll look to take the lead here as they start with a 1st and goal. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Dobbins. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have retaken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. Because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. Under pressure, and they got to him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, They've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Fields going to keep it once more. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
Colby Wadman now on to punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 22, Allen finding Knox there, complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a Next-Gen Stats says that play took about 2.8 seconds from beginning to end.
Guaranteed they approached this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed. Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. A minute 52 to play until halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. The best multitasker in the business, the coach. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing. And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance. And he did. On first down, it's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you? But you're going to tell me, good blocking? Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the deep? And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal. Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. To throw again on second down. Allen. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And again, it's Allen. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Allen now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front. Chris Olave, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And this one's going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville and see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Drake London, a touchdown reception. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. Able to slither by. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Fields going to keep it once more. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with the option, coming right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Justin Fields with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, down the right end.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small...
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Fields. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Fields. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
To throw is Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns in 21. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out here with the option left. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On play action, Fields. They'll roll it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gregory Rousseau getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out, and the pressure gets to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his 1st career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. To throw, it's Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Damian Harris taking it in from the 20. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. I heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seems like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Now the extra point. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Inside give to Elliott. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Now Allen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ahmad Gardner finishing off the corner blitz. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here into the 38. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And that is incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Throwing on first down is Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Hardy's got it on the out route. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Second down and 3. Now Allen. That's swung out wide to Harris. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Harris is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This likely a must-have. Third and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And they're going to speed things up here. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Fields now to throw. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. A first down carry by Elliott. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Elliott. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Up the middle, here's Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. Running with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
On 4th down, Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills going to take over again on offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulate.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this one is incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Richardson going right to the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and it's your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. 3rd and long for Richardson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Back to throw. Fields. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. From the shotgun, Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go to Elliott again. To about the 35, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Fields. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited. Not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Off play action, Fields. And they'll They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. On first down, it's Fields. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. And Richardson back to throw it. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. On third down, here's Richardson. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that?
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Davis drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Able to avoid him. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. But he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts 5. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, it was a big run that got him down into position, and then they finish it off one play later with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, and they've got them really thinking to themselves, after that big run, they're probably going to come back and hit us again with the same thing or something similar. Instead, they go to the air, and it's a touchdown that way.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Richardson looking to throw this. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
Justin Fields
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, You can see their eyes roll, and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders, and that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Richardson to the air on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Now it's Richardson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Back to the air with Richardson. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. New York set to take the field. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now it's Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Now Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Throwing again is Fields. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A beautiful fake. And he'll be out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats, CD, it shows us he covered better than 20 yards after the initial contact was made.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Dobbins.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
One more time with Dobbins.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to add on to their 1st half lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Richardson on 2nd and 10.
Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Jets.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
That ball caught by Campbell. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
To the air again, Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Fields.
The quick slant caught.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and goal.
Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
About a ½ yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. To throw is Fields.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on what ought to be the final act of this 1st half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Marvin Jones, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Tua Tagovailoa has thrown a touchdown pass. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here's the option play now to the left. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Justin Fields with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Second down, another run with Taylor. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Richardson.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Looking middle, it puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Colts pick it up, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, you know there's going to be some traffic somewhere, they've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now Richardson. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Richardson.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. An option handoff here to Dobbins.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Back to throw. Fields.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So on fourth down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return.
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
To throw again on second down. Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On the counter, Elliott. A little juke.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. The offense on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And Richardson looks to throw once more. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Second down, here's Richardson. He's got his man, it's Pierce. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Richardson working from the gun. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Back to the air with Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Richardson to the air on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. Richardson looking to throw. Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Colts drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The Fields going to take this himself. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
A first down carry by Elliott. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Second down, here's an option right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 5.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.